Good evening to all of you. I'm Kamala Gunawardena, Highway Consultant and a fellow representative of the Council of ISL for this year. And I take part in Civil Engineering Sectional Committee as the coordinator of Knowledge Sharing Committee. Today's presentation is under the title, Engineers' Role in Execution of Community Sustainability. If I say in my words, Samajiya Tirasara Sangwardhanehi Engineeruwage Karya. A timely, appropriate topic, area that you will entertain right now. Let me introduce the key character who will be presenting in a different rhythm today. You all are well aware of this personality that needs no introduction. He is going to take over the stage on Zoom platform now. He is well known among our members and especially among our youngsters. He's a product from the University of Ruhuna and has excelled his higher education up to a point that where he is today. Let me declare who is this prominent personality. He's none other than Engineer Dr. Kamal Laksiri Pradeep, Senior Lecturer of the Department of Civil Engineering at the Open University of Sri Lanka. He's a full-time employee at the university, but as an academic, he's an entrepreneur and role model to young engineers who are seeking his advice. I think I need to mention one special aspect where he has given his attention, even though he's an engineer handling various major engineering projects. And if I say he's leading more projects, it's correct. That is the Eco-Tier State, which is an iconic example that he has developed, community-based entrepreneurs where people and their kids' livelihoods would be upgraded to the next level. That is a very special character that I would say. With this remark, and without further ado, I invite Engineer Dr. Laksiri Pradeep to take over the stage. Please enjoy this webinar, which will be definitely one of the interesting and worthwhile presentations in a way that different kinds of putting things that you will be experiencing. And definitely you will be grabbed into that. So also you can disturb him even while his presentation is on, and he will be responding your questions, queries, whatever. So thank you, everyone. Please enjoy the evening. Over to you, Dr. Laksiri Pradeep.
Right. Thank you very much, Engineer Mrs. Kamala Gunawardena, well known to me. And also, I think everyone can hear me very well. Can you hear me?
Sure.
Okay. So the topic is basically the engineering role on the executions of the community sustainability. So the why I'm selecting this topic is especially engineers, especially we do a lot of technical stuffs and also sometimes attending so many routine jobs. But perhaps I see the country like, for example, the developing country like us, we do have special attentions to be given to the society because, we were given, probably you and me all, through the free educations and also the education which we are entertaining today. And also sometimes engineers incomes in engineers lifestyles are much different probably from the other field, because we always have from the beginning in our life, even the childhood, we used to say that we are a developing country. Still we are saying we are a developing country, but if we push this into the next generations, we might have an issue that we engineers would not survive in the community. I'm planning to use the smart board also while doing the presentation, And also I use a little bit of Sinhala in our language to explain few things in my words. So the entire presentation is my product, and also whatever it needs, my theories, what I followed. So maybe that could not be able to adapt it yourself as it is. But anyway, I just wanted to show what the capacities should develop within the society as an engineer. As Mrs. Kamala said, we do having a income index in the lower level to the higher levels, where we have issues of the community, society, and especially the educations and the health and the infrastructure wherever you get any field. So the first, the slide is, I don't know whether you've been able to see it. So the engineers are the problem solvers. What it does really mean? Mostly in our routine jobs, we follow the technical stuff. Probably being a civil engineer, we might be the design engineer probably, or else site engineer, project manager, that you have been assigned for the job role. If you perform this job role, you might be getting a performance-based evaluation, and you will be recognized as a capacity developed engineer. That means a good engineer, or whatever you can name is a best engineer. But however, what we should do within the society. Now here we are showing that, I mean, just a simple image that maybe 2-3 decades back, before the drone cameras came to the society, this is how the aerial view taken as the recording of the aerial views. But today it will be a remote and a single person and the one drone that you can do at a single minute, which took maybe the millions money that today may be converted into the few seconds. This is kind of technical development that we used to do. This is technical development. So if you see today, probably the society, the technical development is at the rate where we are even still reaching a different kind of technology, the nanotechnology, microtechnology. So up to that level we have been going. However, still our society is having the same layers which we were experienced maybe 3-4 decades back. That's what I'm going to talk today. Being an engineer, it's quite difficult to connect these layers if you've been only the routine engineer. What I was doing, so maybe 10 years back I had nothing, probably with the degree certificate and a few cents in my hand. However, today I was probably serving to the nations. At least I know direct, indirect, well, let's say 800 jobs that I created. I have numbers I am going to share with you. That means at least every 5,000 family in one family in my hand. So if we think that the country, we always think that the country should control by the top, but there is other way around to change the country. That is a bottom to top. So top to bottom, probably we might fail over the years because of the political arena, probably the economic decision. I'm not going to talk here. That's I don't have even the understanding. But if we start doing some things bottom to top, what as engineers to enhance the capacities of these global level people, so I think that's one of the better path for enhancing the society. I believe there is 3 pillars of success in a life. So one thing is a professional life. The other one is a social life and the personal life. So when you take this, the professional life, if you've taken so many awards, the merits, and appreciation that will be certified and endorsed, you are doing a great job. However, sometimes it might not be counted all the party, what I am saying. So here, when you take the professional, there are certain things is the technical. There are certain aspects is a team work. So if any leader, if any engineer who is fail to do one of these, I guess they are not doing proper jobs to their company, or else their self, if they have their own careers or their own companies. Then the social life. I believe the friends are the most key person in the life. Usually, if you're trying to do something, they usually, I mean, the feedback they give, the comments they give, probably you will be energized or demotivated. සිංහලෙන් කියනවනම් ඇත්තටම මම හිතන එක දෙයක් තමයි අපේ ජීවිතේ විශාලම බලපෑම අපිට කරන්න පුළුවන් පුද්ගලයෝ ඉන්නේ යහළුවෝ. ඉතින් මේ යහළුවෝ අපිට දෙයක් අපි කියනවා negative. So the people who have a negative thinking, even though you are much positive, so every day you are with their inner circle, so you are sitting on the wrong side. I mean, you will not be able to succeed at yourself. So what you need to see, so the people who encourage you, the people who wanted to see your success, the people who always admire, appreciate it, you should take closer to you. To identify such people, it's quite challenging because mostly the people who is, when you are in the comfortable zone, the people usually with you. When you have the issues and the challenges and the hard times, you only be able to read out the people where you are going to get help out of it. මිනිස්සු අපි ගත්තම ගොඩාක් වෙලාවට අපි දකින්න එකක් තමයි අපිට අපි දෙයක් කරන්න උත්සාහ කරනකොට නෙගටිව් එහෙම නැත්නම් ඍණාත්මක අදහස් දෙන්න බලනවා. මේ අදහස් සමහර ලාවට ඔබ කොච්චර දක්ෂයෙක් වුණත් ඔබට බැරි වෙනවා අර කියන ඍණාත්මක අදහස් අවොයිඩ් කරලා ඒ අවශ්‍ය තැනට යන්න. මම නිතරම හිතන දෙයක් මේක. එතකොට දෙයක් ආරම්භ කරද්දී බොහෝ විට ඔබ අපි හිතමු ඔබගේ ජොබ් එක එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔබ වෙනත් ව්‍යාපාරයක් එහෙම නැත්නම් තව දෙයක් කරන්න යනවා නම් ඔබට මම හිතන සපුරන්න ඕන කාරණා තුනක් තියෙනවා. එක තමයි මේ පිළිබඳව ඔබට තියෙන්න ඕන අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ආත්ම විශ්වාසය. ඔබ කෙරෙහි ආත්ම විශ්වාසයක් තියනවා නම් දෙයක් කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා I think you have done 90% of your work. You are almost done. The 5% is the what you need to plan it out and get it done, the mechanism to reach your dream. දෙවැනි එක තමයි ඔබට අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම කරන්න වෙනවා plan එකක් හදන එක. එතකොට අපි ජීවිතේ ගොඩාක් වෙලාවට උත්සාහ කරන්නේ තව කෙනෙකුගේ ජීවිතයක් දිහා බලලා අපේ plan එකක් ගන්න. Usually we always see the success people and we try to intimate them, but not the follow them. Not following them. We should always see what positive people is doing. Not in terms of what they are, how they are earning, how they are sacrificing, how they are enjoying. You have to see what is their passion and how they are leading to the success. So take that summary, take that word, the passion, what they are performing, and you try to follow it in your life. හැම වෙලාවෙම බලන්න ඔබ මොකද ඔබ සාර්ථක මිනිසුන් හා බොහෝ විට ගැවසෙනවා නම් ඔබට සාර්ථක වෙන්න ඕනේ නම් ඔබ නිතරම බලන්න ඕන ඔබ සාර්ථක මිනිසුන් වටා ගමන් කරන්න ඔවුන් හා නිතරම කතා කරන්න ඔවුන්ගේ අත්දැකීම් බෙදා ගන්න. මොකද අපි දන්නවා අපිට life එකේ ගොඩාක් failures එන්න පුළුවන්. So if there is any failures in your life, that is the best evidence that you keep trying something on. You keep doing something. That's why you are getting failed. If you don't try anything, you will not have any failures in your life. ඔබ ජීවිතයේ දෙයක් මම හිතන්නේ උත්සාහ කරනවා කියන එකට තියෙන හොඳම නිදර්ශනය තමයි ඔබ බොහෝ විට ෆේල් වෙනවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔබට න අභියෝග ඒ දේවල් ගැන ඔබට ස්ට්‍රෙස් එක ඒ දේවල් ඔබේ ජීවිතේට එනවා නම් මම හිතන්නේ ඒක තමයි ඔබ ගැන තියෙන ඔබ විසින්ම ආත්ම ශක්තිය වැඩි කරගන්න තියෙන ප්‍රධානම තැන. ඒකින්ද වැටෙන හැම සැරයක් පාසා ඔබ හිතන්න ඕන ඊළඟ පියවරට යන්න මේක අත්දැකීමක් කරගන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා. අපි දන්නවා දැන් ප්‍රොෆෙෂනල් ලයිෆ් එකයි සෝෂල් ලයිෆ් එකයි අතර ලොකු බැඳීමක් තියෙනවා. But when it's come to personal life, if you don't keep balance in between these three pillars, I don't think in a nutshell you will be succeeded. So some people are extremely good in professional life. Some people are extremely good in the social life, maybe not in the personal life. So the balancing in between these three are the key success of the people, not only for the engineers, even everyone, including whatever the jobs, is including driver, let's say the labor, in other words, engineer, doctor, lawyer, whatever we are doing it, in any profession, this is some things we really need to think of. ඊළඟට අපි නිතරම බලන්න ඕන දෙයක් තමයි දැන් අද විශේෂයෙන්ම අපේ කතාව මම වෙන පැත්තකට අරන් යන්නේ අපි දන්නවා මේකයි technical stuff we are much stronger in any technical stuff, let's say the civil engineering, electrical, mechanical, whatever, so we can learn it. But we in Sri Lanka we know that still there are so many poor people that they have been paying taxes for our education, still for our salaries, because they are each and every kilos of rice, each and every kilos of sugar, they are paying taxes for us. So we have a responsibility, if so, to take their life up. Otherwise, our survival, it is going to be questionable on our survivals also. අපි දන්නවා ලංකාවේ ජනගහනය ගත්තොත් ආසන්න වශයෙන් මිලියන 22ක් වගේ ඉන්නවා. ලංකාවේ පවුල් වශයෙන් ගත්තොත් the families around Sri Lanka is 4 million. We know that out of these 4 million, I'm just giving summary, the 1.2 million is the government servant working not for the government, and probably the balance for the private sector. This private sector, because everyone in Sri Lanka, we know that, still happy to join with the government. The reason is we will get some things end of the month. The few people like you and me, probably the engineers or ever few professionals would like to be in the private sector that is paid by paying a good salaries. But we have a responsibility, including, our society is representing the carpenters, drivers, fishermen, chef. So there are so many type of professional jobs in the society. How we can connect each other? That I'm going to discuss in a few, in the few upcoming slides. However, my intention is, after return to the Sri Lanka in 20, probably, let's say 6 years back. So I thought I should be focused on this community where the people have a low salary and the low income. Whenever I think about the business, when I think about doing new things, so the first thing is come to my mind is to serve these people, not to have some things in between these only the engineers, only maybe the technical officers. So all my effort are representing the cross sections of the society, including, let's say, if any business or the investment which I am planning to do, I will discuss few examples in the future. So I will be addressing the driver's level to probably the engineer's level. What I thought is to have the vice versa relationship. So the engineers, I always try to connect to the lower level people, the ordinary people that they might not have a proper education. Why I'm doing that? Because at least the driver level, let's say even the drivers, laborers or whatever, my wish is not their kids to bring next level. That's my plan. So, however, I'm not expecting all these kids to be the engineer or the doctors or the lawyers. How at least what I am seeking, what I am looking for their life is to enhance these kids' education. ඉතින් දැන් මුලින්ම අපිට මේ සමාජයේ බැලුවම අපිට කොහොමද මේ එකිනෙකට ගැට ගහන්න පුළුවන් කියන එක බලන්න ඕන. මොන දැන් අපි ආයතනික ප්‍රධානී කියන්නේ ඒ ආයතනයේ තියෙන ටෙක්නිකල් ස්ටාෆ් ටික. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපිට හම්බෙන රූටින් ජොබ් එක කරලා 8යි 4යි රූටින් ජොබ් එක කරලා ගෙදර යන කෙනෙක් නම් සමහර වෙලාවට මම හිතනවා අර කියන සමාජීය සවිබල ගැන්වීම අපිට බොහෝ විට අතහැරෙන්න පුළුවන්. අපිට සමහර වෙලාවට මේ දේවල් රූටින් ජොබ්ස් කියන ඒවා systems හැදුවා නම් අපිට ඒවා daily routine එකේ එන්නේ නැහැ. උදාහරණයක් විදිහට let's say to monitor the site progress. If you are a project manager, to monitor the site progress. Mostly you can do it with today a dashboard. There are so many smart things in the world right now that overlook the things, monitor the things on behalf of you. End of the day, you will be getting the report that shows all the statics, the progress, the tomorrow plan, what was done yesterday, how will be the project, the delay in time of the project, the additional cost. All these will be done by the dashboard. So we don't need to give a human interactions to that level. If you develop the systems to the place where the system would work on behalf of us, so then our time could be committed to the something else to enhance the society and also the employee and show off their path and enhance their career. ආයතනික ප්‍රධානී කියලා කියන්නේ ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන්ම මම හිතන්නේ අපි හැමෝම at least අපිට හරි ආයතනික ප්‍රධානී. අපි අපිටවත් at least leader කෙනෙක් වෙන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට මේ leader කෙනෙක්ගේ ප්‍රධානම ලක්ෂණයක් තමයි මම හිතන්නේ එම්ම leader. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔහු යටතේ සිටින සියලුම දෙනා ඊළඟ තලයකට අරන් යන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා. එතකොට මේක සමහර වෙලාවට තව කෙනෙකුට හිතෙන්න පුළුවන් this is something he is talking about to increase the salary, giving a vehicle, in a better office. Actually not something like that. It's completely different. There are that is some things you can do in the physical, but there are so many things that you can work on their life, especially if you show off how you could manage your salary. Now, if you are a leader, probably you become a leader, sustainable leader, I am telling. So if you are a sustainable leader, and if you are a good investor or the businessman, that means you have some things different from others. Maybe your cash flow management is much better than others. Maybe the things you see in the society, in the business is different from others. That's why you are taking up in your career. If you could share those experience to your next level, because the Asian country, especially people little bit of afraid to share the knowledge, because what will happen in the next day, it become a competitor for us itself. However, what I am thinking is different. So if you make the others aware, if you share your knowledge with others, the society, entire society will be lifted in terms of the quality, in terms of the trust, especially if you are open with your staff. If you are open with your staff, if you see P&L, profit and loss, if you know what you are doing, if you know exactly what's your plan for the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, they know how you are taking to the company to the next level. This is some things we are a little bit of afraid to talk openly with our staff. But I am different. I always see, because as engineers, maybe the technical staff, or else some people work in the office. Once they used to work it, you don't need to every day follow it up. If you need to follow it up, you are not a good leader. You should make them to do the routine job perfect. However, to do their routine job perfectly, you should be given the necessary facilities and the support and the discussion, always the motivation. And when they do the mistake, it should not be ended up with the blame. The mistake is, again, what I'm saying is the best evidence to show they are trying something on. So if he's, doing that mistakes repeatedly, maybe 2-3 times, that's something else that you have to look for there. Otherwise, make them aware to avoid how these mistakes and the issues come. Then office environment, especially, අපිට පුළුවන් නම් එම ආයතනයේ ඉන්න පහළම සේවකයා අපි කියමු පිරිසුදු කරන්න හරි කවුරු හරි කියලා මේ කියන ආයතනයේ තියෙන ඉහළම සේවකයා සමහරවල් අපේ ශාස්ත්‍රයෙන් ගත්තොත් ඉංජිනේරුවා නම් මොහුන් අතර අන්‍යෝන්‍ය අවබෝධයක් තියෙන්න ඕන. ඒකට ප්‍රධාන හේතුවක් තියෙනවා. මොකද මම හිතන්නේ සමාජයේ ඉහළ පහළ කියලා රැකියා තනතුරු මොනවත් නැහැ. උදාහරණයක් විදිහට අපි හිතනවා නම් අපි උත්පාදයක් ගත් පමණින් එහෙම නැත්නම් අපිට මොනවා හරි ඇඩිෂනල් ක්වොලිෆිකේෂන් එකක් තියෙන පමණින් අපි තවත් කෙනෙක්ගේ රැකියාවෙන් උසස් වෙනවා කියලා මම හිතන්නේ ඒක තමයි මේ ලෝකේ තියෙන වැරදිම අවබෝධය සහ අදි තක්ෂේරු අපි ගැන තියෙන. මොකද මේ කියන චේන් එකේ දෙයක් ඩිලිවර් කරන්න අපිට මේ කියන let's say labor, then driver, let's say office assistant, then technical officer, the engineer, CEO, and chairman. So this hierarchy, if you fail somewhere else in at least one link, let's say if the driver is not doing his job properly, he's a failure, entire process is collapse. මම නිතරම කියන එකක් තියෙනවා, ඕගොල්ලෝ හිතනවා නම් අපිට හිතෙනවා නම් අපි තමයි සමාජයේ තියෙන ලොකුම රැකියාව කරන්නේ. අපි තමයි එම ආයතනයේ ලොකුම පුරවැසියා කියලා. තනතුර සහ අධ්‍යාපන සුදුසුකම් මත මම නිතරම කියන දේක් තියෙනවා. ඔබගේ ඉදුල් වාජනය එමන් නැත්තම් ඔබ කෑම ගේන කසල එකතු කරන වාජනය දවස් 2-3ක් ඔබගේ රූම් එකේ තියලා බලන්න. එතකොට මේ කියන පිරිසුදු කරන්න එහෙම නැත්නම් අපිට උදව් කරන තේ හදන මේ කියන සියලුම සේවකයන් මේ අපගේ ආයතනයේ ප්‍රොඩක්ටිවිටි එක මත එෆිෂන්සි එක මේ සම්පූර්ණම දායකත්වය දෙනවා. So take your mind off that there is better jobs. අපි අර කියන්නේ ගරු රැකියා, there's nothing in the society. We should always think how we could work as a team, including the lower level. Sometimes as a leaders, you should not give these bonus, the additional incomes, so something, so many facilities. Maybe your single words that shows your kindness and the heart gratitudes to these people will work for 5 years, 10 years, maybe throughout the life. Because mostly people work 80-20 rule. So the 80% they work on the technical stuff or whatever on the routine jobs. The 20%, wherever you go, there is an emotional bond that you have to understand. If one of your, at least one of your staff get sick, maybe the driver, maybe the cleaning person, just give a call away. That might be sometimes change in his career, and the way he is look at you going to be changed probably in the next day. සමහර වෙලාවට ආයතනයේ පහළම අපි කියනවා හයිරාකි එකේ යටම ඉන්න සේවකයා වෙන්න පුළුවන් ආයතනයේ සාර්ථක වෙන්න එකම පුරුක. බොහෝ විට අපි දන්නවා ලංකාවේ වුණත් මම දන්න විදියට දැනට මම මේක තව අහලා තියෙනවා ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන් තියෙන ඉංජිනේරු ආයතන පහ ඉදිකිරීම සම්බන්ධව. මේ කිසිම ආයතනයක අයිතිකාරයා ඉංජිනේරුවෙක් නෙවෙයි. මේ ආයතන පහේම බොහෝ විට අයිතිකාරයා වෙනත් ශේෂ්ත්‍රයක හෝ කිසිම qualification එක හෝ ඉංජිනේරු ශේෂ්ත්‍රයට අදාළ කිසිම සුදුසුකමක් නැති අය. හැබැයි ඕන තිබුණ විශේෂත්වයක්. අනේ විශේෂත්වය තමයි ලංකාවේ අද පළවෙනි ආයතන පහ තුලට ඔවුන් සාර්ථකත්වයේ තරහා අරන් ගියේ. ඒ තමයි ඔවුන් හැම වෙලාවෙම හිතුවා මට පුළුවන් කරන්න මම මේ දේ කොහොම හරි කරනවා සහ ඒ සඳහා ප්ලෑන් එකක් තිබුණා. කවුරු හරි හිතනවා නම් කෙනෙක් ඉංජිනේරුවෙක් වුණා ඵලයට එහෙම නැත්නම් වෛද්‍යවරයෙක් නීතිඥයෙක් හරි මොනවා හරි රැකියාවක් කළා පමණට සාර්ථක වෙන්න පුළුවන් කියලා මෙන්න මේ ඇම්බිෂන් එක ගොඩක් වෙලාවට දෙමව්පියෝ සමහරවිට ගුරුවරු අපේ ජීවිතවලට දීලා තියෙනවා පොඩි කාලේ ඉඳලා. මොකද ඒක තමයි අපි සොසයිටි එකේ අහන්නේ පුංචි කාලෙම කවුද වෙන්න කැමති කියලා අහුවත් අපි ගොඩාක් වෙලාවට අපිට කියන්නේ වෛද්‍යවරයෙක් ඉංජිනේරුවෙක්. හැබැයි අපි මේ අතර අපිට ඇහෙන්නේ නැහැ නවකතාකරුවෙක්, එහෙම නැත්නම් රියදුරෙක්, එහෙම නැත්නම් වඩු කාර්මික ශිල්පියෙක් මේ වගේ ඒවා මේ සොසයිටි එක රිප්‍රසන්ට් කරන්නේ දරුවෙක්ගෙන් ඇහුවා. මොකද අපිට ඒකට හේතුවක් තියෙනවා. අපි සමාජයේ පොසිෂන් කරලා තියෙනවා මෙන්න මේ රැකියාව ටික විතරයි අපි කරන්න ඕනේ. ඒක තමයි මම කිව්වේ අර යට ලෙවල් එක එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි කියන මේ රියදුරු අපිට නැතුවම බැරි කම්කරු මේ ලෙවල් එක ඊළඟ තලයට ගේන්න පුළුවන් ප්‍රධානම දේ තමයි සමහරවිට ඔවුන් ඒ රැකියාවම කරයි. හැබැයි අභිමානයේ යුතුව කරන් එතෙන්ට ගේන්න පුළුවන් නා. ඔවුන් අභිමානයෙන් නම් මේ රැකියාව කරන්නේ රියදුරු රැකියාව, කම්කරු රැකියාව, එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි දන්නවා සනීප ආරක්ෂක ක්ලීනින් මේ ඕන රැකියාවකට සමාජයේ අවශ්‍ය ගෞරවය දෙන්න පුළුවන් නම් අන්න එදාට තමයි මේ සමාජයේ තුලනේ ඇති වෙන්නේ අපි හැමෝම එකිනෙකාට වැඩ කරන එකිනෙකාට ගෞරව කරන සහ ප්‍රොඩක්ටිවිටි එකක් තුලින් ආයතනයක් ඊළඟ තැනට අරන් යනවා. හැබැයි මේ සඳහා ආයතනයේ ප්‍රධානිය එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔබ හිතන විදිය බොහෝ විට වෙනස් කරන්නම් වෙනවා. මොකද ඔබ අපි නියෝජනය කරන්නේ මේකේ ඉහළම ස්තරය. අපිට දෙයක් කරන්න පුළුවන්, අපිට දෙයක් වෙනස් කරන්න පුළුවන්. අපි හිතුවොත් අපිට කරන්නේ ඔතොරිටි එක තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඔබ අප මේ දේ වෙනස් කරන්නේ නැත්තම් ගොඩාක් වෙලාවට අමතක කරන්න එපා. මේ සමාජයේ තියෙන අර පොඩි මිනිස්සු ලොකු මිනිස්සු දිහා බලන වෛරය මේ දේවල් ගොඩාක් වෙලාවට ඊළඟ ජෙනරේෂන් එකටත් යන්න ඉඩ තියෙනවා.
Dr. Laksari.
කිව්වේ
Yes, Dr. Laksari. I am Anjula, engineer Anjula. Yes, at the very beginning, it was said that it is interactive session that is just disturbing you to draw your attention to another area also. So really interesting, and you took us a different aspect, and today I really enjoying the presentation. And Dr. Laksari, that when especially today we can see many young engineers joining with this presentation. I think when we planned this presentation with the Library and Publication Committee chaired by the Professor Ranjit Disanayake, to develop our members on different aspects, we especially discussed on the special areas like administration skills, public sector processes and knowledge, law, finance knowledge, communication, leadership, interpersonal skills, presentation, enthusiasm. There are many aspects we discussed. Today, actually, you draw our attention to many areas. My question is that, because this is initially said there is interactive, that is why I'm asking this, sir.
Sure, yeah.
How these areas are important for especially young engineers, how they develop these skills. Why I'm especially asked this one, you are a role model that within a very short time, you develop a very high level, not in academically. I know personally there are good practicing engineer in the society, and you are representing the industry also. So with these skills, how it was supported you to develop yourself, then our members will learn. because this presentation is the first presentation under member development theme of the our Library and Publication Committee jointly with the Civil Engineering Sectional Committee. So I think these skills, if you can draw your attention, then that will be very helpful to our members that join in today. And this will be recorded, and I'm very sure that many members will watch this presentation again and again. And kindly draw your attention in this area also, Dr. Laksari. Thank you.
Thank you. To answer your questions, Manjula, I think in the life, the number one, that you should decide where you are going to have a milestone in your life. Maybe that is probably your bachelor's degree. Anyway, you and me already done. The master's, whatever, the charters, whatever, you could put the milestone in your life. So let's say all these are goals. So all the goals, maybe you have a goals. Everyone have a goals and the dreams in the life. You are somewhere here. So that's the slide actually I am expecting to explain this thing, right? So anyway, I will be conducting these sessions in English, but sometimes I use the word single to give the real meaning to understand properly. If you don't have a plan for this, then don't expect your goals and dreams comes true. I will tell you why the reasons. Maybe mostly when I'm talking to the young people, probably, you know, so in my career still after the bachelor, I'm almost 12, I'm passing the 11 years. Out of these 11 years, I done my higher studies at least 5 years. The problem with the young generation, not only the engineers, they do have a good dreams and also the objectives in the life. But the issue is the noise, the other people make a noise that the society will not allow you to do it. Let's say you are assigned to go a journey, right, yourself, and the people start noisy that said this is not impossible, this country is not worth to do these things, you should migrate, so this country will not survive, right? So sometimes the global problems in the world, we take it as our personal problem. There are certain problems that is completely out of our control. However, for example, let's say the mostly engineers, when I'm meeting the young engineers, especially, even the senior engineers, senior batchmate, you know, that we so-called the IL Akla in the university, that is still they are complaining themselves. I'm asking why you are complaining yourself. Did you have a plan ever? They said yes. What you wanted to be. So if you are succeeded today, what are the things you should have? The people would say, I wanted to finish everything, you know, basic requirements of the life, maybe house, the vehicles, the kids' educations, etc. There are so many things in the basket. But as an engineer, so we know the maths easily, the mathematics and all. If you are not calculated it properly, I will tell you a quick example. These stages, I saw at least the life has 3 stages. One stage is especially we are dependents. That might be the parents, so you can name it as you want. I don't know the period 0 to 20 years. This is what I put here is my example. 20 to 30 years, I start investing on my life. I work hard, you won't believe, even the bachelor periods, I had, even though I am having the permanent jobs, that is in the Colombo Municipal Council, then after returning to my boarding place, because I had nothing when I'm graduating, then I start working at least another 8 hours per day. Because I know if I am working hard in this stage, I will be sitting in the latter part of my life. That I realize is today. So today I do what I like, not what others wanted to do. Maybe people comes and say, you do these things. So I filtered and do because I wanted to have a stress-free life. So I've always wanted to have a true smile in my life. That is something very difficult to have in your life. So investing in your life, in what features, maybe let's say doing the MSc, doing a charter, or whatever other courses, the other soft skill program that you decided. Please do not do because of others doing it. Because you are not going to success if your friend is going to be successful through that program. It's a different. My basket, my list of my success baskets is different from yours. So you should analyze and you should investigate. So I always say, so before starting your journey, still, if you are not satisfied yourself, so today take a little time and think about what you can do for the society, especially based on your experience, based on your confidence and skills. Maybe if you feel tomorrow, I will be doing better than the engineer in some other profession. So think and think and think, maybe 10 times, 20 times, 100 times. If you are convinced, finally do it. Once you start doing it, you will have 1,000 failures. I said the failures mean that the experience that you gathered for success. If you don't do this, if you don't try, you will never fail. But also you will never succeed. You will never be succeeded. That's what I see. I had nothing in before, and I convert some things today to make me stress-free at least. I don't know what the wealth I do have. I don't know what's the incomes today I do have. I don't care. Because the ceilings, what I put in my life, the ceiling, and where I wanted to be in a particular time. So I achieved. That's what everyone should have it. So putting up this ceiling, to put up this ceiling, you should have to work on the mathematics. For example, let's say, I'm just answering your question for another 2 minutes. Let's say, first graduate, you wanted to have a house in 5 years, your own house, your own car. Maybe, I don't know, marriage or something. Put the figures here, 20 million, at least 5 million. Altogether, this comes 45 million. So this 45 million divided by 60 at least, I don't know if it is a 5 years. If you plan for the 5 years, it comes almost 800,000 per month without as a net income. Even you are not being allowed to spend on your clothes, food, and everything. So your dream is impossible. Then how do you achieve it? Even though if you want to achieve this dream, think about start something. Whether you need the car first or the house first. We call the passive income. Because country, you focus on the passive income. First, invest on yourself. And later on, you work on that. Right? I will be discussing those things. Then after, probably this may be you in your life, this 0 to 20, that can be 0 to 30. Other person, probably this 20, 30, maybe the 30 to 40. You should put. I may not be able to do that. This is what I'm thinking. After 30, I thought I do what I enjoy. So I'm doing it. And I always, my staff, my engineers, I always try to see their smile. I always ask whether, do you have the problems? Do you have any issues? Because you can't work on the disturbed environment. If I ask a question, I have done a survey, probably 6 months back. I'm sending the questionnaire for 100 engineers. I'm asking 3 questions. Number 1 is, are you satisfied with your life? The second one is, are you satisfied with your income? The third one is, are you satisfied with where you are today? So mostly out of 75, I get no, no, no. So then there is something wrong. Either we have to think other way around, or we have to work on other way around. Otherwise, if you do something, you are doing for the 10 years. So don't expect tomorrow to be changed. ඔබ අද කර ඉන්නේ මීට අවුරුදු 10කට කලින් කරපුවා නම් අද ඔබ සාර්ථක නැත්නම් ඔබ හෙටත් කවදාවත් සාර්ථක වෙන්නේ නැහැ. So start changing yourself. This is quite hard. Change is not an easy. Maybe you will not sleep. I remember in my life sometimes I have not sleep in the night. That kind of stress I manage. But today is different. Today I don't want to take that much of stress in my life. I always see the smaller things to do in a big scale. Maybe risk, if there are certain period of your life, should be taken a calculated risk. In any investment or anything, business or job, what you are doing right now, you should always take an earlier stage that is called the calculated risk. As engineers, you know how to calculate your risk, but you should take this risk throughout the life. If you take this risk throughout the life, that is going to be the disaster. So what I am requesting for the young engineers, there are so many opportunities in this country. I have been living in the developed country for at least 5 years. I know the hard part of their life, that they have a good income, but their retirement plan also define when the time of they get into this job. So you know how you are going to retire in the 50 years time. But here in Sri Lanka is a different. If you wanted to retire in a different way, different success band, so the space available in Sri Lanka, the environment is available for you. There is a story in well-known statement in Sri Lanka, even in the world, that is common. ඔබගේ උපත ඔබට වෙනස් කරන්න බෑ. හැබැයි ඔබගේ මරණය වෙනස් කරන්න තියෙන්නේ ඔබටම තමයි. ඔබගේ උපත ගැන කාටවත් කන්ට්‍රෝල් කරන්න බෑ. ඔබ ඉපදෙන විදිය, how you poor, where you born, how your life, what's your school, those things very hard to change. But if you are died with the complaint, so that is your mistake. So young engineers especially, do not follow the traditional lines in your life. See where you do have the potential. What I am saying is, I know the engineer who is doing the restaurants very well. I would say, I'm always looking at his face. Every day he's smiling. And when he's sleeping also, he has a very nice life. I'm 100% sure. The success man, though you've been an engineer, it does nowhere it's written you should practice the engineer in your life. You should have your designation as an engineer. Now in the world is in a different multidisciplinary professionalism. So I know in the USA, especially if you see the bank managers, they are not an accountant. They're especially engineers. If you see mostly the popular banks in the USA, I have seen in the Times, in the magazine, because they wanted to see the risk, that is calculated risk, even in the bank. So the world is looking for the different opportunities, and different avenues are there. If you are not changing yourself, let's say when we were kids, one of the good income, biggest business in the country is the communication. You go and take a call. You know, we don't have much mobile phones or the land phones. Maybe one village is having the one mobile phone, the land phone. So today is different. So if that business is not converted to someone else, so they are died. Those businesses are died today. Anymore, you will not going to for the communication to take a call right now in the cities. There are maybe a few cases, but still, it's very hard to find. So always, I think every morning, even though I am a success today, that doesn't mean something you did it in yesterday. If I am success today, that's told the story which I have done some things 5 years back. So the 5 years back risk, what I was invested, what I was done is resulting today. So if I want to have a 2025 succeeded, so I should work right now. If I am staying home with the relax, so I won't be having that succeed, because the world is a dynamic. The economy is changing. The avenues are day-to-day change. We never thought that we will have this kind of sessions, online, etc. So you should quickly move to that bucket. So the young engineers, once again, I'm take a risk that's called the calculated risk in your life, and start doing something. Very hard to earn first single rupee through the business. The people today wanted to have a 10 million profit in a one day, especially young generation. But what I'm saying is try to earn a one single rupee first. Then the next day 10 rupees, 100 rupees. Then the 10 million is not a dream. You will be ended up with the 100 million. If you plan for the initially 10 million, you will be ended up with the 5 million loss in the tomorrow. So every time we start with this small step. So that's the message I should give. So we are a little bit of running out the time. So therefore, what I was trying is always when I am doing something, I always do the planning. That is my plan. Then I come to my office, wherever, even my university or wherever. So then I discuss with my peers whether I'm correct or wrong. So that is called the validation. My plan, they will see at the different angle. But for this, you need the trustworthy people. That's why I told you, the good friends, the good inner circle always make you happy. Once you validate it, you go for the investment. So once you decided what amount of investment you do, maybe the human resources this much, the capital this much, or whatever else, so then you go for the execution stage. For the executioner, you need a team. You need the right teams to drive. You will be the driver. But though you having the right engine, let's say the 3000 cc, but your tires and the roads are not matching for your engine capacity, the vehicle won't be running at the speed of 200 kilometers per hour. So each and every nuts and bolt in the vehicle, you should be detailed. You should be make sure that your team members are ready, your engineers are ready, technical officers are ready, drivers are ready, the laborers are ready. If you are not focused on each and every layers, then your game is over. Doesn't matter whatever the investment and the effort you do. For example, let's say a high-rise building, the project is planning to do by the 6 months. The usual time is 12 months. You want to do it 6 months. Even though you hire the most talented engineer, without the proper labors, right mechanism, you will not be able to achieve your dream. So that's what I'm telling. So the executional stage, you have to look for the two things. This is not only for the business, even in your life goal, you should look for the minor details as the nut and bolts in the vehicles. Then the return. Don't do some things. The return should be always positive. Your return should be always positive. There are negative returns also. For example, if you invested on the hotel, let's say, just before the COVID, and the COVID came, that will be the negative. So before I will come to that point quickly, if you are income generated through only the hotel, tourism and the hospitality, you finish. So then you should keep a different legs to stabilize your life. If you are on a single leg, if it is broken, so you will be failed. I always see now I have a big leg to balance myself, but I don't know how long and how much having the strength on my leg. So I will try to have a lateral support for all the wealth and the investment and my activities, stars, everything. So every day I'm thinking, where should I diversify? In these all the diversified, if the bottom layer, you should always make happy the lower people. That's how the growth is going now. I believe this is my equation, what I thought. The life, freedom, and the happiness. If you have these three in your life, you are permanently having the true smile in your life. Right? So what do you mean by the personal freedom? I will quickly go. The one is a happiness, that you always should enjoy what you are doing today. The stress free. What do you mean by the stress? Stress free in the sense that if you're doing something, there are certain stress to be managed. But there are certain stress you should manage. But if you are stressed and not be able to manage, there is something wrong in your mechanism. Again, go back and see where it's wrong. The family, friends, and the social responsibility. And the financial freedom. The people say sometimes, I believe the personal freedoms and the financial freedom both should have in a single life. Then only you can have your life journey smoothly. If you have everything in your life perfectly, but if you don't have financial freedom, it's quite challenging to move ahead. For this financial freedom, you should have to have permanent income. Maybe you work as a project engineer in your site. That may be counted as a permanent income. The alternative income, that may be probably you have a 5 acres land in your mother's place that was gifted to you. Every month after selling the coconut, you will be getting some income. That is called the alternative, because you didn't work for that. It's automatically come. Then the passive income, that is the most important thing in the life. You sleep, when you sleep, if in your bank account should be updated. What I am saying is in Sinhala, oba nidana vidatit, oba venuen mudal hamba karna kamayak tiyendo. For this, a better choice, I will always say, go for some things work out with the rain and the sunlight. Because it is non-dependable through the machinery and also the human interaction. If you can go for the agriculture something, that is one good thing. Or else, if you have a good building and you rent it out, that is also be counted as a passive income, because you sleep in the home. So every minute it's counted your bank passbook is updating. So that is called the passive income. Everyone should have it. I don't know how much that you decided, right? We all should have it unless the tomorrow is a questionable. Then the regenerated income. That regenerated, probably you put some investment, and through the investment, let's say the money or whatever, so then that will be getting in a monthly wise or whatever. But still, that can, if you can better use the money to regenerate the money, so that is going to be a good thing. Anyway, I'm not an economical expert on these things, but based on my some things, what I learned basic, I have doing these things. So I don't want to have a macro financing or etc. So the things here I listed, I'm doing right now. I don't know in which scale, and even it might be the small scale. So this is I should spend little time on the passive income. This passive income, maybe let's say you have a buildings to rent, but having the building, maybe rent out is not an easy. So you should do a lot of studies, feasibility studies, where should we put this building, where to be, etc. Right? So I think I have started talking about this financial freedom. So the permanent income, usually you working under someone else. There is a head that you report. Highly dependent. If tomorrow you were asked to resign, especially for the private company, you should. You have no other options. You work for someone's mission and vision. So all these slides are actually I prepared based on my experience. Maybe there are so many there are certain things that you may not be able to adapt it as it is. However, I thought to present what I did. So then you might at least to see where should work on your life. Then you work on the defined job role. Then probably you will be getting the seniority based promotions, evaluations, all these things. But when you have the alternative incomes, those are the result-oriented income, performance-based evaluation. You drive the teams, diversification, the community-based. So everything decided by yourself. You can take a turn every day. The permanent income is like a big ship, huge ship. So if there is an obstacle in the front, the big ship not be able to take a 90-degree, 180 angles. But alternative incomes are not like that. If you have any issues, if you see any obstruction in front, so you will quickly take a turn and you drive to the other area. The permanent incomes are much stable, but it is highly vulnerable that you depend on someone else. Let me quickly go through what I have done, how I am diversified the thing. You know, my permanent job is a senior lecturer at the Open University. Then I thought, without doing much thing, dedicating my time, how could I do the things in a different way? So initially I was started the engineering firm that's called the Eco International Engineering Consultant. And then I go for the agriculture. Then after that, I go for the transport and the tourism. Then right now I am working on the trading business. This is something I saw as a good pillars in my life to drive. All 4 pillars right now, I am succeeded and I am almost having the little bit of high turnover. I may not be able to tell you since then this is I plan out well before and then I execute it. So we'll go one by one. So when we talk about the engineering, Eco International Engineering firm, I was established in 2005. I would say now presently 15 engineers work around the country with the big project, and we do the design and build project. Here, my passion and my vision is to work independent. So every engineer is responsible for their job role. So I will not interfere for them. They were given a task and they were able to deliver it. I would say each and every site, there are so many people's work. We are doing the tea factories, the conference rooms, warehouse, the construction houses, and etc. So all these houses, I would say more than 500 to 600 labor, direct, indirect, drivers, suppliers, and all these people's work. But what I do is I will not touch the top layer where the engineers, TOs come. I will having the short meeting, but I go to the down level, the lower level. So you can see these people. If you see these people, this photo I took, still you can see they are doing the hard job and unloading the cement. But look at their faces, still they are smiling. This is not artificial. Wherever I go, I used to go and I have a chat with them and give a little touch. So this is what we need to do. This is what we call the social entrepreneurs. If you want to strengthen the society, you should leave your qualifications sometimes, and you should leave your ego, and you should go for the ground level. Then these people know that the kindness and what I am taught on these people, right? And they also work hard to bring our companies sustainable. On the other hand, our engineers, probably, they are directly linked to these people. They call, they see what's their progress. If there is an issue on their kids, especially, if there is an issue on something else, if they have a financial issue, they talk each other. Probably the problems they see, the problems they were getting, having the different solution in our level. So if we could spend 1 minute to solve their problem, that will be everlasting in their life, and they will never leave us. In especially the drop-in rate of my social entities. I don't say these are the business because I am not withdrawing any profit out of this. because my permanent salary is more than enough to survive the month. What I am doing it. So I always see how I am taking these people to next level. If these people, let's say, over drugs or not financially doing well, we take them to the office and we educate them. Sometimes their kids are getting better O-level results, A-level results. So I'm trying to meet them personally, kids, and I'm trying to have a separate discussion, and I'm trying to show the opportunities that they are going to have. Not like I think we should sell, even though they have a capacity to understand few things up to some extent, but we are in the better place to give them an opinion because we passed that hurdles. So let these people not to experience. If we can give our experience, what we are experienced today, how you should achieve it. So that's the biggest help that we may able to give it to them. That's called the social entrepreneurs. The second way is doing these people, I take a job and I pay the daily wages and I send back to home. Probably if it is a 2,500 per daily wages, and out of these 2,500, if they take 2,200 one, let's say the Arak or something, so 3,000 is remaining to balance the life. So it's not possible. There are kids, families, foods, clothes. So let them to learn how to manage the financial state also. That we are doing. Because if we are doing better than them, is a best way to understand that we are doing something financially better than them. If you could share your experience, they will really love it, really appreciate it. That's what I think the engineers, we should look in the future. Right now also, do not take a people in your company or the place, if they're even the driver. If you are traveling low distance with the driver, try to have a chat and try to figure it out where it went wrong their life. If you could give the advice, that will be everlasting. That blessing, even that blessing will take to next level. Right? So this is something I started 2018. I didn't know what is tea. Because I was born in Hambantota, I know a little bit of rice, right? The paddy, what I do, because our childhood, my father is a farmer, so I know how to do the paddy. But in my life, I decided at one point that I should have to have some things on the tea. Even I don't have much money in the. So what I was thinking is every day I'm looking at the newspaper. This is, I think, good example for the young engineers who look for the passive income. If you want to sleep over the night without having any financial stress, you should think this right. I said just before, you should have to have a one income, even though you sleep, even though you are in the swimming pool, even though you are having the chat with your friend. There is some ways to generate money for you. The money is not something that make your life happy, but you should have it, this financial freedom. So then I thought, I was just looking for the land. Then it's per acre is 3 billion, 4 billion. So I thought it's very difficult to have the cultivated land. Then I saw one advertisement. It's a bare land, 12 acres. It's something 9 million or somewhere. Then I went there and I took it with the 2 million advance and the bank loan or whatever at that time. So at that time, even though my salary is much less, I even not be able to do the repayment of the land. Then you assume that to harvest the tea, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Even I don't know how to buy the tea plants. Then I studied YouTubes and I go back to that village. I met the people and I was just did the research for at least 1.5 months. Then every Friday night, I will be leaving Colombo with 1 or 2 guys. And every weekend, I spent in my state. And I found few people and I started planting the tea plant. That was 2015 somewhere. Then the people laugh at me. I remember even in that area, sir, monawada karanne me sir Colombo gila monahari karannako mewa karala hariyana. That's what people say. That's what people do. So that was a very hard time for me. I'm not sleeping. I start working 4 o'clock in the morning, even though I don't have proper place to sleep at that state at that time. So it's just only the shelter. Then we start working on the morning 4 o'clock. We go, then a lot of issues. The wild animals comes, right? But within 1.5 years, we have done all planting, right? This land was bare land. You can see here now the pepper, and this is a unique organic tea land in the Avissa Vale area that I was developed. Now the 15 acres land fully fledged with the tea. What I did was, so I have done a lot of tea, myself with the mobile, YouTube videos and everything to encourage others also to do. I know at least 10, 12 people have brought the land and today having the passive income. Look at what I have done with the peppers. So every year now I'm not buying any more peppers, right? Simultaneously, I was born from my, the farmer's family. My background is, so where I am living is right now in Kadawatha. So I have here also the 5 acres land, right? That's done by myself, just exit of the highway exit. I mean, just opposite to the highway exit in the Kadawatha. I was brought this land at a very low price because at that time, people are not cultivating. But today, I would say tea lands I brought by the 9 million. I invest at least 5 to 6 million. Today, tea land prices, I would say more than 50 million. The same in the rice also. Today, I don't have any issue of the rice price goes up and down because I do have my own rice. I have shared it with my friends sometimes. I do have my own coconuts because I do have a small coconut business. But I am not spending single minutes. It's my life right now because tea estate is owned by that community and they know how to manage it and they are very much trustworthy. The guy who doing it for me, every month I will get in the income. I am not visiting. I would say last 2 months I have not visited there. But I think in the past, every 2 weeks I am used to go there because of some commitments in the weekend right now. I not be able to go there. But I'm generating some things to my pocket. So tomorrow I don't have much fear. Even my permanent income is getting damaged. That's the same thing. When I'm going to the house, when I see the rice, the paddy, so I don't have much afraid for the tomorrow's, the rice issue. But this is not something I'm trying to telling you, start doing the agriculture tomorrow. But find your own way of doing the passive income. Try to, because I'm enjoying the agriculture, I'm doing it. But it makes a passive income. While enjoying, I make it as a passive income. This was the first ever organic tea estate on that area. So I make an example for the people. Look at how much I am enjoying. Even the lots I am doing, even I am having all these things. Every day, if you go there, some things I do to relax my mind. If I am go to the paddy, I have something to bring. Maybe that can be the banana. Maybe that can be the coconut. Sometimes mango. So you grow and you eat. It's a different pleasure in your life. Trust me. You teach your kids also these things. I used to do this one. I take my kids to the lands. I ask them to plant the tree. And if that tree given some, vegetable or something, I ask them to pick. That's the life cycle assessment you do. You don't need to have a biggest life cycle assessment in your life. Start something small. Then you go for the factories and everything that I said to generate 10 millions. in a month. Start working something 10 rupees per month initial. Then the 20 rupees, 40. Likewise, you start working on that. So time is passing it. This is something I start actually just after returning the PhD. So I love the driving. My second one. I'm too much loving the driving. So this is the bus, right? The Coaster bus, brand new bus I brought from the Toyota Lanka, right? So then while I'm working in the university, nobody doesn't know. In the Friday, I will take a tour to the foreigners from the airport. And I used to drive the bus to the hotel. And the Sunday evening, I come back. At that time, I am associating the drivers. When I go to the hotels, so I am not going to the room. I was signed for the rooms where the drivers is sitting. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm enjoying, I'm doing it. So at that time, I met a lot of drivers. I saw their pulse. I have seen how they enjoyed the life, probably better than us. Even today, one of the good friends is a driver for me. Look at. So I have taken the heavy vehicle license. Still, I do have, right? I mean, if you wanted to enjoy in your life, do not look for the luxuries. Start something small that you make yourself happy. If you wanted to do the barbecue, you should first go for the river. Start doing at your home. The small garden you do have. Take little bit of things and start doing it. Then if that is not make yourself happy, then we start complaining. But without trying, if you complain in yourself, that's a stupid, right? So this is the biggest bus I drew here. Even presently, sometimes I used to drive. That's my passion. Look at how I drive in and enjoy. Sometimes I will not get that pleasure design the high-rise building because I'm associated with small people and etc. This is actually the new business I was started. I was even the challenges by the few engineers also. This is so-called hardware business in Sri Lanka, but I did in a different way. In the mostly what I have done is in Sri Lanka, whatever the projects that we are engineered, as a engineers, we only overlook 20% of the projects that, I mean, in the global index also, I think it is the same applicable in the Sri Lanka also. So 80% are not under even the technician. The mostly client are following the Basun so-called, and also the what layman said, Madam may kambiya daan, may cementiya daan, you know, and also the people who are selling these materials are manipulating. So everyone said our one is best. So everyone is confused. So this is the Mahagedara, I think you heard just before. Now we are setting up the third, fourth outlets in the country. So we sell the materials, cement, steel, the metals, electric items, everything. But we have a different value addition that, for example, if it is a slab, if it is a foundation, if it is a wall construction, so we recommend this cement. That is because why people should come to us is we give the engineering judgment, the engineering explanation. If you go for the normal hardware where Mudalal is doing, so they will give whatever. That's what we say. Now you and me know that so many types of cement in Sri Lanka, PLC, OPC, PPC, so many cement. We know what's best for the coastal area, what is best for the concrete. Then I start doing this. You won't believe. So this year, our most annual turnover hit by this company. That is called the Mahagedara. Mahagedara is our trade name and the Eco International Trading is the company. So engineers are working with this business also. When I am recruiting them, I mean, now also they are listening to me. So I'm asking, are you happy to work on this line also? While you do the design, you should help the people who has paid off by the taxes. Everything, you should help them. So if they do the house, we should provide the right material to them. I am going to have at least next 5 years, at least 20 outlets around the country. This is engineer's job. I would say, I know Professor Priyan is here. In other countries, this is the engineer's job. This is engineer's job. Sometimes we given engineer's jobs to the layman and we start doing the routine jobs that are supposed to be doing by the office management assistant or someone else. So take your focus on that line. At the end, so I have shown for the business, and I don't say it's a business. I always say it's a social enterprise. The reason is I am not taking any profit out of it. Every year, what the profit I get, what the growth of the company will investing on something else. But again, going back to this now, this slide, engineering, agriculture, transport, and the trading. Even tourism and the transport was dead for the last 3 years, 2.5 years. But we fortunately not taken any single driver out of the company because we use them for the engineering jobs. We use them for the trading. But for sure, agriculture, I thought in my life, it won't have any issue. Though the fertilizer issues are hitting some fact, other agriculture will sustain forever. That's what I said. වැස්ස සහ අවුව එක කරන කිසිම ගණදරුවක් මම හිතන්නේ මිනිස්සෙකුට වරදින්නේ නැහැ. මොකද පරිසරය අපිට දෙයක් දෙන්නේ අපෙන් රිටර්න් එකක් බලාගෙන නෙමෙයි. පුළුවන් තරම් අපි පැසිව් ඉන්කම් එක. අර ඔබ නිදා ගන්නකොට හදන ඉන්කම් එක මේ වගේ නොමිලේ ලැබෙන හැමදාම ලැබෙන එකක් එක්ක ගැට ගහන්න බලන්න. එවිට කවදාවත් මිනිස්සු මත යන්ත්‍ර මත යැපිලා ඔබගේ ජීවිතය අවුල් කරගන්න අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Right. So time is very much passing. This is the community development. අපිට පුළුවන් හරි යට මිනිස්සු ටික if we can enhance through the technology, if we can enhance through the productivity, communication, life standard, health and safety, these people, but still they are smiling. Our smiling and their smile are almost similar. That's come from the heart. But only thing is their life is not so easy. Look at this image, what it says. Probably though having these coats and the white collars, you know, luxuries, BMWs and the palace in our life, we might not have this true smile in our face. So I said two things. The happiness will not have happiness is nothing to do with the rich or the poor. That can be even palace or even in the shelter. That can be even through the BMW or even through by walking. The happiness is, there is no limit for that. But being wealth is a different. If probably there are sanitary facilities, sanitizations and all is a different from us. We should look for that. If you are a leader, you should educate them. You should always encourage them. You should always advise them to improve their technology, productivity, and show them what is the life and the bandwidth of the life, poor, rich. If you could show these as a leader, I think you are one of the best social entrepreneurs. The engineers has much more chance to do this. Right. Let me, I think we are almost at the end. As I said to you, always try to make people happy. These are the people who work hard, 24 hours, probably, though maybe what we earn in the 2 minutes, they might not be able to earn in a day. But if you go there and have a chat, have a small joke, and giving some things to think of, that would be really, really, really make us proud. Because you should not forget one thing. If you think you are success, there should be unsuccessful people also. The success index is a reference. If you don't, if you are somewhere here, these unsuccess people are not there, you will not define as a success. If those people go above your line, you will be unsuccessful. So always successful is not something comes throughout the life. That's made that you need to give an effort to make yourself throughout the life. That's why I like, because ultimately when you are getting back, so when you leave this world, so you will not carry any BMWs. You will not carry any Palace. Even though at the age of 60 or 70, you do have the 5-story building, you will be confined to the bed where 6x4 space. And you will not see the world. If there is a windows, that's the world you are going to live. In that time, at that time in the bed, if you can think every day something you did in your life for the people, for the society, as an engineer. So that is how you should make happiness, being pleasure every day on that age. I'm sure. Still I'm at the 37 somewhere. Still I am thinking, if I did mistake for someone else, I will meet him tomorrow and I'm trying to apologize. Because at the last moment in my life, if that comes to my mind, I will done. I'm done. So, I mean, therefore, I kindly request everyone, every engineers, every person, I think here mostly engineers, always try to be a team member. Right? Always try to make a productive team member in your group. If you think that you will be, let's say you are leading one team and you are reporting to your boss, and you just say that this is my success and not the team members, I put all the effort to bring. So I don't think you are a leader. You should always admire your team members. What I do personally is, when the winnings, award, appreciation always comes, I pass to my staff. Always. When the blaming issues and challenges come, I take those responsibilities. That's the leader's skill, the leader's way of doing it. Mostly today, if you are sitting on 3, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and if you said after 15 years, I not be able to make it happen because of the people in my team, so it's complaining yourself. You should leave at the very first day if your team is not fit to you. If your team is not fit, and if you cannot make to fit your ideas, then you should leave. Because yourself and your team also getting so many issues. You shouldn't complain after doing lot of experiment, and after that, the mostly people doing it today. I'm not doing it. I accept. Even when I'm telling the mistake to my staff, I said, including me, we are going to fail. That's how the leaders should do. I think one quick question asks, managing the competitors. That should be answered very much. There's 2 ways to manage the competitors. One thing is, make your basket large. I said, if you are in an engineering field entrepreneur, I said in Sri Lanka, 20% of the project are under the engineer's hand. If you and me all works together to make at least 50% other project to engineers control, so our individual basket will get large. If every one of us, this 20% basket, and we fight for this cake and trying to take out the piece, still the piece will be smaller. Let's make our cake large. Out of this 20%, the project under the engineers make a 50%. Then there won't be a competitor. Competitor should be a team leader in one stage. After that, we work together. We work separate. That's a different matter. Don't focus on the competitors. Always focus on your goal. So if you are doing right things, so that will come back to you. That is a different story. I think I might talk another day, probably. Let me quickly go off. I think the time allocate me is gone off. So finally, I would say one thing. Mostly in any societies or any field, I believe, right? This is something so controversial statement. I'm going to do that. I think engineers are the link in between. If you take a humanity, right? We play in a big scale, big project, infrastructure, wherever. But if we can link each other, lower level to upper level, so that is something what we can do for the engineers. So the equality, that is called the infrastructure. If what I am enjoying in this country, if tomorrow my drivers is enjoying, that is what I am expecting tomorrow. Then my son and probably today I am an engineer, and probably my son will be the driver in next generation, and his son will be the engineer. My driver's son will be the engineer in the next generation. So my position today and my driver is going to be up and down in our next generations of the son. So my effort is, if my son is going to be a driver, if I can make some effort to the society sustainable, to earn their respect and place the gratitude, then I will be all right. Then I don't mind my son will be engineer, or else the driver, or else the labor. I don't mind it, because everyone is equal. Everyone is enjoying the equal facility in the society. The pleasure equal, the gratitude equals, opportunity is equal. Then you no need to worry about that. But in our society, why we are always trying to make our sons to the engineers, doctors, or lawyers, we know that we do have the job segregation in between. Then the second one is ability. You should admire the people's ability. The things what carpenters doing may not be able to doing by myself. So always you should appreciate what others doing it. This is the word what we are doing right now. You know, that's what people are talking today. Do you think that in that language, in that work, make his happy and the productive tomorrow? No, there is so many ways. If he is not efficient and the productive, so you should have to have a different approach. Different approach. That may be some encouragement. You never, I mean, the tarnished word, these distinguishable words will never make the people happiness and the efficiency. That's what we always do in the society. Api ara samhara velawata samaje mage statement එක ඇත්තටම අපි ඔය මහත්තයා කියලා කියන්නේ ඉංජිනේරු මහත්තයා ඉස්කෝලේ මහත්තයා කියන අතරේ අපි සමහර මිනිස්සුන්ට කියන්නේ මාළුකාරයා three wheel කාරයා. You know, this is where we are heading right now. But if you are in the developed country, probably that you and me trying to make, and you and me trying to send our kids to Australia or somewhere, the entire country is talking about the migration these days. Every parent asks, if possible, send your kids to the out of the country. Why you are sending? Let's make our country on that tradition. Let's make drivers proud. Let's make laborers proud. Let's make, if your son is working tomorrow in the Keel Super or the Hargis or packeting the potatoes, let's make them proud. Then the Australia and the Sri Lanka will be same. The issue is the creating ourselves the problem, and we are asking our next generation to leave the country. Start thinking on this line. Okay, so finally we comes to this point. Now one person is asking, if you fail, what you do? That if you fail means you accept the challenge and you are heading to the opportunities. In between, definitely you should have a fail. So at that time, you should be flexible enough to change your plan. You ask someone's help. That Someone's do the proper job. Sarthaka minihekgen advice ganda. Duk wenne epa. Eka oyage yaluwa wenna puluwan. Sometimes even your student go, even your student is doing better. So go, I mean, leave everything, leave your egos, qualification, everything, and go and ask how you did it. And remind yourself what was the mistake. Give yourself to little break. ඔබ යම් දෙයක් උත්සාහ කරලා අන්තිමටම කරන්න ඕන අතාරින එක නෙවෙයි ඇත්තටම ඔබ පොඩි විරාමයක් ගන්න එක. මොකද උත්සාහ කරාම අපිට මහන්සියක්. ඒ විරාමය ඔබ ලබා ගත්තා නම් ආයෙමත් ඔබට යන්න පුළුවන්. Mostly people when they trying to doing some things they get tired. Then they leave quitting. They leave it. But if you keep trying and have a break, then you again back to your dream. So start, then the second thing is a recover time. You need to have a recover time. Then finally, your focus should be, you have a chance. You should head into it. At last, I will stop the presentation by the 2 minutes. What I was trying to do is today, engineers, especially if you work in any field, that you should gratitude your people. Remember that 2 things. One thing is probably, if you are a father or the mother is doing the job, probably, let's say, I mean, today you are doing the better than your father's mother. Think about why they have teach you better. Then make your staff to do that. Their kids to do that. The second is, remember always that in case of your son or daughter is going to work as a lower person in your office hierarchy. So what should you do as a boss? If you analyze these 2, you will never hate the peoples in your below level. And you always admired it. Remember that this world is very nice. If you wanted to make this world very nice, everyone should be happy. Not only you, not only me. Everyone, I mean, you and me eats 3 times per day. Even that is including your driver and the labor. You and me having the 24 hours a day, even including your drivers and the labor. You and me having the same life age, maybe the 60 or 70, whatever, if it is normal, including your driver and the labor. So we just came for little journey in the life and we have to return. How much you are putting a human step on this planet will says your story once you leave. Nobody will talk once you leave. What's the vehicle you use? Where the place you live? What's the palace you live? What is the chain, the pounds and all you had? The people always remember what you have done for the society. That's what I'm asking.
Cannot hear Dr. Pradeep.
I think you can hear me. So let me appreciate the team behind the library and publication and also the Institute of Engineers who has given this chance in my life. I take this opportunity as one of the great opportunity in my life to address all of the senior engineers. Maybe something I told my story today would not be able to adapt it as in your life, but I made some things. I made today's story to think of in a different aspect of the life. So think about tomorrow, live today and looking for the tomorrow. Once again, thank you very much. And if any questions, I may be able to answer quickly. Any questions? Something, you know, even you are not agreed what I'm saying? Okay, then if it is not.
Good evening. Yeah, good evening. Fantastic presentation from you, Dr. Laksiri Pradeep. I don't think we can listen to a better and such a heart-touching explanations or stories for some time. I take the pride of delivering this vote of thanks at the end of this impressive, very, very touching presentation. This is the first presentation on the member development concept with under library and publications, jointly arranged with civil engineering sectional committee since Dr. Laksiri being a civil engineer. Hope you get a chance to join with the other sectional committees in future. A big thank to you, to Dr. Laksiri, for your most interesting and worthy presentation delivered today. Also, dear participants, I hope everybody of you is much thankful to him for this enthusiastic presentation, which you could grab much out of this as some of your career guidelines or guidance as professionals, social life and the personal life, as he nicely explained. So let me thank behalf of you as well. Thank you, Dr. Pradeep. Also, there is a team behind the screen, and let me thank them as well. Thank you, Professor Ranjit Disanayake, for your super idea to have a member development concept under your library and publications, and this was what we get as the first one. So it was nicely done. I thank you, the organizing subcommittees of library and publications and civil engineering sectional committees. Also, I extend my sincere thanks to the ISL for hosting this and the IT teams for your support. Finally, I thank you all, our members who participated in this, and I hope you extracted the essence of this valuable lecture this evening. A special reminder I would do now, our next presentation of the webinar is scheduled on 5th January by Dr. Anil Sugatadasa. Have a great day and wish you all a happy and healthy new year 2022. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.